Hi guys. After getting myself a beverage, as we can see here, Nerf branded energy drink. No exciting retail products for you. We're back on now. We're at Shadowlands episode 3. Now, Shadowlands, if you haven't already guessed from Shadowlands 1 and 2, is basically where I do all the talking to my dudes. And checking the forums, the Shadowland BBS board, to see what's going on in the world of Shadowrun Hong Kong. For the most part, I guess it's completely skippable content, but I like it, and I'm going to do it anyway, so I'm going to ask Isabel how, let's work our way down, and then let's do this. Gobbit! Gobbit looks up from dented tin of voices at the sound of your approach. Her rat's madness and folly scurry from her hips up to her shoulder. Two sets of beady red eyes fix themselves on you. Hey, underdog. Oyster? Yeah, sure, why not? You pop the rubbery wad of flesh into your mouth and chew. An explosion of lukewarm brine is your reward. Good, right? They've even worse. Exactly right. It may not be fine dining, but it's seafood, and it isn't made of soy. That makes it good in my book. So what can I do for you? You said you'd teach me how to be a better Shadowrunner. So remember that, do you, huh? I just sort of assumed that you'd laugh that off. No dice, wise and mentor. You offered, now pay up. Okay, how about this? I'll tell you a story about a run gone bad. You tell me what you would have done in the runner's place, and then we'll compare notes on your answer. How does that sound? Works for me. Let's go. Sweeps a tangled rope of hair out of her eyes and back over one pointed ear. After a moment of silent contemplation, she bites her lip and nods. Okay, so this is a story from earlier in my career. As part of a team here in HK, but I did some occasional moonlighting for another group based out of somewhere else. I was a busy kid. So what, we were like 12? Said that like I couldn't have been. When I was 12, I could have destroyed you. And also I was 16, practically an adult. You're an orc, you know how fast we grow up. Anyway, the job was a hit on this tower, sort of a trid multiplex slash apartment complex. I'm sure they've got them in Seattle too. You know the kind. 7 huge screens, monster concession stand, coffin apartments on top like barnacles on a whale. Used to go to one back in Seattle, best way to watch the Urban Brawl. Urban Brawl's kind of like, it's like a motorcycle jousting street fight sort of thing, I believe. I say that in such a passive voice. Next time I do a Shadowlands, I'll get my 5e book and I'll flick through it so I actually know what I'm on about. Anyway, good. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I do, Gobbit. Yeah, I do. A client wanted us to break into one of the apartments. The story was an ex of hers. A guy named Boggs lived there. She'd been cooped up with him for a week prior, and things went sour in a big way. She wanted us to get back some things that Bog kept when he kicked her out, scare the shit out of him, blood him up a bit, make it look like a robbery. You know the drill. Stand and smash and grab. Yeah, it was a pretty bushly gig, but the pay was decent enough, not the sort of thing you'd turn down. So anyway, Sibilance, that was our group leader, had a plan. We knew that we had to go quiet because the Metroplex had a panic system, wired directly to the HKPF. If we'd gone in shooting, we'd be drowning cops within 10 minutes. Sib thought that we could take advantage of the apartment's terrible soundproofing and kick in Bog's door when the movie got loud. We camp out near his doorway, wait for the ceiling to start raining plaster, then smash our way in with the neighbours none the wiser. No way that would work. I don't know, it might have if things gone different, but it's what we did, so pipe down and let me tell you the rest of the story. So we waited in the hall just like Siblings planned. We had a guy on the elevator, another at the stairs. I was waiting at the floor's communal kitchen. Sib took a position by the door. She had those cyber legs that she dumped a ton of Nuyen into. Hydraulic jacks, strength enhancements, the works. Girl could probably leg press a dump truck. Come to think of it, most of her plans involve kicking things. There's something a little sad about that. That was a thing. Yeah, you're very supportive. Me, I would have preferred to work with someone who thought that with her head instead of her robot legs. Anyway, we heard a boom from downstairs, felt walls shake with the reverb. Sib wheeled back and gave the door a massive kick just as she planned. From where I was standing, I could see what happened next. Hear a massive crack as a boot slammed into Duraplast. The door flew off its hinges. Exploded off might be a more accurate phrase. A second later, we heard an ungodly crash. There was a moment of silence, and Sid let out this little gasp. The apartment was in shambles. It looked like a hurricane had hit it. Everything was trashed, everything on the door, which was miraculously still in one piece. Remember that was the coffin apartment? It wasn't much wider than the door to begin with. And Boggs, well, what was left of him was under the door too. Oh no! Yeah, it wasn't good. Boggs was dead, and the stuff that had been sent there to recover had been smashed bits. And then the building alarm went off. So that's the situation. A payday smashed. My temporary teammates are all standing around, stupid looks on their faces. Cops coming. I'm standing by the kitchen. What would you have done in my place? Damage control. Damage control. Fair, that isn't what I did, but I don't think I didn't. But don't think that it didn't cross my mind. So what did you do? First thing that popped into my head, there's a lesson to remember, underdog. The first answer that you come up with is almost the best one when you're going to have, so just roll with it. Don't second guess yourself, don't hesitate, just act. You'll live longer that way. As for what I did that night, well, I was standing by a kitchen, remember? I could have cut and run. I looked like any other street kid. I'd have blended in, but instead I decided to stay and help my team. When I think crowded theatre, I think place where you can shout fire because it will cause panic. Then I thought cops don't charge into burning buildings. They help people out of them first. And as it happened, I had the means to create a real, genuine fire standing right across from me, a pair of industrial ovens. You set the building on fire. I encouraged it to burn, open the gas vents wide, set the range on a timer, then motored back into the hallway. The others had started arguing amongst themselves. I told them to snap out of it and follow me down the lobby. We had to clear the hallway before an errant spark took the whole floor out. Unfortunately, the rest of the group wouldn't listen. Sib and the rest of the team were too busy arguing about the relative merits of her let's kick things really hard and see what happens tactical system to want anything to do with me. I shouted back to them and the kitchen was going to explode and continued down the hall. Just like I'd planned, I got out of that run in one piece, so did every single one of the people in that multiplex. My fire plan worked beautifully. If the rest of the team had listened to me, they might have gotten out of the building too. Kind of a bummer that they didn't, but at least the run turned out well for me. How? Well, I couldn't collect any pay because the run had been a disaster, but after the explosion I got to ride in front of the fire truck. They gave me cookies and a blanket. I wound up dating one of those firemen a few weeks later. All things considered, it could have gone a lot worse. So, underdog, tell me, what was the moral of the story? What lesson was I trying to convey? Don't go in shadow runs with idiots? Ha, funny lady. Well, that is a lesson, maybe even a valuable one. It isn't the one I was trying to convey. Now, pay attention because this is important. What I was trying to teach you is... okay, yeah. Just do it. Do it now! You get caught up in your own head, agonising over past mistakes, well, don't be surprised if you wind up dead. Kitchen fire can take you down as easily as a cop's bullet if you stand around and let it. So what did you think of the last one? That was awesome, think about it, we broke into some rich jerk's manor house, stole his artifacts so that he could go to the museum, and we fought mummies! If not the plot of a trip blockbuster, I don't know what is. I'm not sure what I think about the mummy's trinket. I've never had a dead person owe me a favour before. I'm not even sure how that works. Be careful when you use that trinket. As long as he does what we tell him, that's pretty awesome, but if the Trid's taught me anything, it's that Mummy's always waiting for an excuse to run around cursing everybody. So what else did you want to chat about? Butthole's a shit name. Yeah, sure, considered it a bunch of times. Never really cared enough to actually do it, though. You want to call it something else? I'm open to it. Let's call it the Kraken! Aye, Captain, the Kraken it is. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. I think that the others will be happy with it. How do you feel like life here on the Kraken? It's fine, shaping up, having new roomies is always nice. How are you enjoying your cabin? Comfy enough for you? It's not half bad. Heard stories about Redmond Baron, sounds like a real winner of a place. Kowloon isn't any better, of course, but at least that kind of slice of home is safe. I'll take the Kraken over the Baron any day. Sweet. The Kraken! Come on, Isabel. Time to chat. Building her octopus. Oh, sweet. Hello there, it's good to see you again. That looks badass. Nice avatar, that's good look on you, isn't it? I've spent months customizing this avatar. She feels more real to me than my own skin. Pretty at home in the Matrix. I suppose that I am. It's a comfort thing. As long as I'm jacked in, I can be whoever I want to be. Whatever I want to be. I have meat space, I usually feel uncomfortable in my own skin. I'd probably just drive in here if I could. Dehydration's a bad way to go. I know, but of course I was joking. But the truth be told, I did spend most of my time out there wishing that I was back in here. You're a Decker, you must know talking about the freedom of it. It's hard to live in a cage of meat when you know how sweet it feels to leave your body behind. You know, Underdog, I've been thinking about the question you asked me a while back, the one about the walled city. The one that I dodged. Don't have to make a big deal out of it, Isabel. It isn't, though. Not really. I cheated you out of an answer that I owed you. For what it's worth, I wasn't trying to do that. It's just that talking about the walled city is problematic for me. I understand. No, it isn't. I'm not explaining myself correctly. It wasn't that I'm tortured by bad memories or anything. The problem is that I can't remember my childhood. The walled city, the entire chapter of my life, is nothing but a blur to me. I can give you general information about life on the inside, but specifics of my own experience are gone. Gone? Something like that. There are a variety of factors in play. The upshot of all this are things that I can tell you about, but only a few and only in bold strokes. Don't expect any personal stories. I couldn't share them even if I wanted to. So if that's okay with you, if you'll be satisfied with trivia and urban legends, then we can talk. Just say the word. Otherwise, at least you'll know why not. Alright, I can do that. When I think of the walled city, the thing that stands out most in my mind is the legends, the mythology of the place. If I hadn't lived in them, I might have found these stories fascinating. Did you know that Kowloon Wall City is supposed to be cursed? That's what the locals believe. We have ghost stories and everything. Spirits are real, Isabel. Not the ones that we talked about. Our stories didn't concern city spirits or spirits of man or any other known supernatural phenomena. We had our own homegrown legends about demons from another place. Imaginary monsters that haunted the walled cities. The Yama Kings. It's probably easy to think of more like urban legends. Our own little pantheon of monsters and morality tales frighten ourselves with the night. The stories are still clear in my mind even after everything that happened. Everyone in the walled city believed them. You can get out of the walled city if you make a deal with Fu Mang. Cut the hearts from the 44 people closest to you and bring them to him. He will reward you with riches. Don't go under the ark or Quan Yao will catch you. She'll rip out your teeth, tie your tongue in a knot, and make you a slave for eternity. We had Shi Xiang, and our homegrown judge of the souls. People would rather let themselves be flayed alive in hopes that he'd awaken them in a better life. Then we had Lam Vi, the Ebony Queen, who'd teach you to hide so well that you'd slowly mutate into a cockroach. It's all bullshit, of course, but everyone in the walled city believed it. If everyone believed it, maybe it's real. No, they can't be. If they were, the body count in the walled city would be a lot higher. The Yama Kings are just fiction that my parents and neighbours invented to excuse their own actions. I can't get ahead because demons keeping me down. It's almost embarrassingly transparent when you really look at it. Lam V turning people into cockroaches? It's just a Kafkaesque trope laid over a morality tale. Qi Shang? He's just Anubis with a different coat of paint. You know the archway that I mentioned? The one with Quan Yao who was supposed to haunt? There's someone who found it. There's nothing on the other side but concrete. It's all superstitious drivel, Underdog. The misery in the walled city isn't the fault of demons or devils. We created it and we perpetuate it. We blame made-up monsters for our own failings. There's nothing more pathetic than that. More like you're trying to convince yourself. I don't need to convince myself of anything. I'm telling you this for your benefit, not mine. Anyway, that's enough for now, huh? I'm sure that gives you plenty to chew on. My obligation to give you an answer is satisfied, I think, so let's talk about something else. Gotta go as well. Sure, drop by any time. It's Dr. Duncan Wu. Get off. Good to see you. Now leave me alone. We've got stuff to think about. Let's go back to what we were talking about before, you and me. You're right, I guess there's still more to say. Why you want to be a cop? I need structure bad. You know that better than anyone. I was already hardcore when we met Mr. Ultraviolence. I'd do anything to get a rise out of the guys I was rolling with. Gouging eyes, inverting knees, curb stomping. That shit got me cheers. As a pit fighter, a bloodletter for the crowd, and I learned to enjoy it. But I never learned how to block out the memories of their screams when I was lying in bed at night. The guilt started eating me alive, and then I was scared to be alone with my thoughts, so I tried to drown them out with things that you drown things out with. Seem to have it under... It's funny how people remember things. Yeah, when we squatted together and later, when we were living with Ray, I was still violent son of a bitch, but basically under control. But that was you, underdog. You were the voice of reason, the brains. That sounds about right. Of course it does. When we ran the streets together, I was muscle and you called the shots. You pointed and I hit. But later, after Ray got me some counselling, I realised that I let you call the shots so that I wouldn't have to, because I knew that what I wanted was wrong. By following your lead, I was deflecting my own guilt onto you. It was your decision, not mine. I could just knock heads and walk away clean, you know? Don't look at me, I'm just doing what I'm told. And then you left without you there. I knew I was in serious trouble. The postboy for anger management issues. Raymond could provide a stable environment, a decent therapist, and money for prescriptions, but you know Raymond. He's an egg-head engineer with a philanthropic streak, not a drill sergeant, and a drill sergeant was what I needed. I needed structure and discipline in a way that he couldn't offer me. I needed a cage to keep myself in line. So I found myself a cage made of rules and procedures and training. Lone Star. Raymond helped me with my application and provided a decent character reference. I got in and it helped a lot. Lone Star got me where I needed to be, and now it's all gone, and you're back. You've been waiting a long time. I guess I have, yeah. I know what you were doing before you got thrown... It's about what you were doing before you got thrown into that court facility. You said you couldn't tell me where you were going. There's on a need-to-know basis, I get that, but how'd it go? Say it went fine. Whatever you say, Amelia. Let's talk later. Sure, you know where to find me. Right by the fishy smell. Poor Duncan. Got replaced by my zombie mans. Ractor! My friend, there is something I would like to discuss with you. Something related to the Ares run that you recently accepted. There are men, former colleagues of mine at that facility. I tracked them here from Russia. They're thieves. They stole my research and I would very much like it back. Serendipitously, I now find myself in a position to recover what's mine and to visit justice upon the villains who stole it. But if I'm to do that, I will need your help. In short, my friend, I want, no, need you to bring me along on that job. Sweet. Thank you, my friend. You will not regret this decision. I guarantee. I guarantee. That's cool. That'll be like, Dietrich really wanted to go on the, Humanist run in Shadowrun Dragonfall. For those who have played that game. Got you! Hello again, how may I help you? Any thoughts on last run? A curious affair. I wish I had more time to study the nature of the mummies we found in the catacombs, as I am unaware of any spirit or paranormal phenomena which could explain their presence. Bound spirits, a strain of HMHVV. That stands for human to metahuman something virus, I think. Perhaps something else entirely. The nature is unclear to me. I should very much like to know how the mummy's trinket came to be. It may well be that we have discovered a new form of immortality or manner of spiritual being. So one's essence in an object. What a concept. Such an opportunity is one that should be studied in depth. Is there anything else I can do for you? Did you grow up in a corporation? Yes. Yes, I did. It's less populated than Neo Tokyo, but not by much. I grew up in East Kobe, where my father posted in the Renraku complex. That's not what I expect to see. The picture is this? What picture is it? Obviously I'm not able to see the image. Ah, that must be Mount Maya. If I remember right, I got better than I got in that fight. 3 against 1. But they were out of shape and cocky. I used to cause a lot of trouble when I was in school. My father constantly raging that I had no sense of responsibility and I needed to take life more seriously. The final straw was when he bailed me out of jail. In jail? My friends and I stole a delivery van. A shipment of Shiawase SimSense decks, brand new, very expensive. We're going to fence them and use the money to take a trip to Oakham, someplace, I don't know. Are you familiar with what it's like to grow up in a corporate family? I know a thing or two. Then you understand how it is. Children are encouraged to participate in acts of vandalism against rival corporations. Unfortunately, we were caught by Shiawase's security, not Renraku. You think your father approved, even secretly? I doubt it very much. For him, the activity was not the issue. It was that I was caught and embarrassed both the company and him. He's very much a man who believes that there is a proper way to do things, and once again I cut corners. What did your father do next? This is a story for another time, unfortunately. I still have a lot of arranging. You own like a box with two things in it. A lot of arranging to do, and I doubt anyone else will be willing to be alone with me in a darkened room. Come back later and we can discuss it further. Okay, if that's what you want. It is, and thank you again for your hospitality. Time to go on the internet. I think I have pay data. Either have pay data to. Do I have pay data? I have no pay data. Typhoon. Oh shit. This newscast just aired. If anyone wants to watch real-time Isabar data on Earthsat images of the storm, basic service paywall on Skywatcher imagery is easily circumvented. Why Prism? Okay. The Imperial Japanese Meteorological Agency today issued an advanced typhoon warning. Okay. Tropical storm. I don't care. Shut up, newscaster. Shut your face, I hate your face. It's going to be perfect. A long soft hit by Usagi, lots of electromag interference, security and cops all tied up. It's running season. I hope everyone's ready for a high operational tempo. Our fixer's already scrambling for crews. I heart storms. The Smack. Come on, come all, and welcome to what could well be the last Shadowland Poetry Slam. There's something kind of sad about that. End of an era. In honor of Dry Burt, I created an expert system that writes haikus. It takes whatever's being said in a thread and turns it into a poem. Mind if I fire it up? Snazzy, you shouldn't have. What kind of poetry slam includes bots? This is lame. Homage to Jive Burt. The program stirs, churns out text. 3 lines, mar the piece. Ha, that's brilliant. Now can I hang up my quill? I don't really buy that a bot can proceed poetry like a living, breathing, feeling human being. Sorry. This bullshit. Despair grips the poets. A machine creating haikus. The Jive bot breaks free. Is that supposed to happen? The slam is now slammed. This program is broken loose. Pandemonium. Well, look on the bright side. How much damage can a runaway poetry bot do anyway? You fucking people. The hunt continues. I hate your face! Okay, people still after me. What a load of crap. How are they going to convince us that a bunch of crazy terrorists got into the FEZ and just disappeared under their noses, huh? That would never happen if Lone Star was the sole police force here. Sure, because heavily armoured terrorists never sneak into Lone Star cities like Chicago and Seattle and just disappear and remain free to roam the streets after they engaged in public gun battles. There's no way Henan is connected to these people. If they really were White Star, they'd have struck already. The entire modus operandi, suicide bombings and civilian casualties. These people are hiding, they probably got the wrong side of a setup. Sure, but because everyone in the shadows is just bleeding heart fighting the megas because they believe in freedom. Grow the hell up. Looking for Taylor for a special job. Taylor, please. Scorpion, get out of my no-guy. Is this for armor? Not exactly, it's a surprise birthday gift for a friend. A friend's drone, actually. What exactly do you want a Taylor to make for a drone? Cat costume, with soft little ears and paws. Or better yet, a bear suit. Oh, or a red samurai outfit. I even have reference that I can provide. Okay, you got a fat stack of new yen. This is going to cost... I'll find the new yen. Can you help me? This will be so worth it. Yeah, I'll hook you up. Fucking dumb. Dumb people. It's like Twitter. It really is. Can I get a flight to Seattle? Hey, I got a problem. I'm hoping one of you can help. I came out of the FEZ 2 weeks ago for work. Now that the job is wrapped, I've been trying to get under-the-table flight to Seattle for the past week. Off the books, no passport control, that kind of thing. Nobody's making the trip, what gives? Check the news feeds, man. Haven't you heard? The Seattle is on lockdown. Nothing coming into or out the city through a thorough search for at least another week. They caught some smugglers trying to do some really nasty stuff through a covert landing at Discovery. Pardon me, bark. That seems like a bit of an overreaction. Tons of awful stuff moves through Seattle every day. What's so different about this time? Not like this. You didn't hear it from me, but I have some friends with ice. Okay. They said whatever it was, it's a set of radiological alarms that the Coast Guard ship was sweeping in the area. We're talking fissionable material here, enriched and ready to go in a bomb. Underwatch! No way, I don't buy that for a second. More likely some corp has an accident with one of their ships and dumped some radiological material. They just don't want to admit, so City Hall is covering their asses. Don't dismiss news so not lightly. The smugglers were carrying cargo for winter night. It's only pure luck the cargo was intercepted at all. What the hell is winter night? Sounds like a goblin rock band. Not who, what. All you need to know is this. Winter night is bad news. You cross them, and they destroy your life. You can run into any of them on any job. I suggest a solution that comes in 7.62 millimeters. New Pinoy! Just arrived in Hong Kong with CFS. Want to meet other runners from the Philippines. Salamat po. Anyone? I make really good I don't know, I guess that's food. Well, why didn't you say so right away? Okay, welcome. Oh, fucking, I don't speak. I don't... Oh dear. Let's see, I need money for guns. So it's Connie Shang first. Hello, Kindly Shang. Kindly Shang appears to be nearing the end of a harsh exchange with Strangled Bao, who is listening intently. So you tell that little postulate that Auntie Shang isn't fucking happy, you get it? Not happy at all. Don't tell him that I'm displeased. Don't tell him that I didn't take it well. Tell him that I'm extremity chopping mad. And if he doesn't want what happened to ye to happen to him, he'd better get his head and ass wired together and get me that payment today. Was the message clear enough, Mr. Bao? Yes, Mrs. Shang. I'll make sure that he understands the situation he's in. Ah, the newly minted Shadowrunner. How are you taking to your new role, underdog? Like a duck to water, auntie. I have no doubt, my sweet. I have a nose for talent. How is Mr. Gunshow doing with his new life? Don't worry, I have my eye on him. Very good, my dear, very good. There's something specific you came to see me about? Just checking in, auntie. It pays to stay in touch. I agree, yes. Personal contact gets results. I've got news for you. One of my people successfully planted a wiretap on the police special duties unit. If news of your foster father or the plaster-faced man reaches them, it will reach me as well. So far, your foster father has proved a difficult man to find, and the plaster-faced man is elusive. He's clearly someone who knows how to stay out of the public eye. But I have a network running, working, day and night, and I still have some favours that I can call in if need be. We'll find them both, if only a matter of time. Till then, go about your business. I'm sure that more work will come to your way any moment. Now I have some pressing business to attend to, the kind that ends in parentless children. I'll talk to you later. Shit. Hello. A rotund, balding dwarf in a cheap suit turns to face you, light glints from his heavy gold chains that hang around his neck. When he speaks, the voice that greets your ears is high and nasal, has been contorted into a rough approximation of a New York accent. Pleased to meet you. Cheng was kind enough to arrange this little sit-down between us. You can call me Dr. Shenyang. Please me, I'm underdog. I was looking for a little outside help on a problem that I've been having. Ordinarily, I'd handle it myself or have some of my friends see to it, but it's kind of delicate, you know? My guys would do... My guys would be noticed before they made any headway on my problem, so I figured, hey, I hire contractors all the time. Might as well get some contractors of a different stripe. Look, if you got a problem, look, I'll solve it. I run a little film studio, Southern Crown Films. We mostly do trip work. We record some Sims too. Maybe you've seen some of my stuff. Space Mongols from the Moon, the Flavour of Pomegranates, Ultimate Kill Squad. I like the sound of Ultimate Kill Squad. How much killing do they do? A lot. There's one scene where two trolls gang up on an elf and, well, I don't want to spoil it, but believe me, it is glorious. I'll send a copy of it, Sheng, so you can take a look. Anyways, there's this other guy in the industry, and we've been butting heads since day one. Name's Neville Ma. He runs Yellow Spring Studios. No matter what I do, I can't shut him out of the biz. He always manages to get one over on me, steal my stars. He's been running me into the ground with a show called Promised in the Moonlight. The star's a girl named Penelope Wong. New talent, but the viewers have gone nuts over her. She's the show's linchpin. Hang on, I'm getting there. So about 6 months ago, Neville was out in... I don't fucking know where he was. Some hoity-toity party. He's on the road, probably drunk. A semi comes out of nowhere and power wrecks his fancy new Eurocar Westwind. Bad luck for Neville, good luck for me. I figure, hey, that's the end of him for the year. And I start planning some new stuff he can't compete with from inside a hospital. You follow me so far? He found a way, didn't he? No, the worst part, he's out of hospital. He's back in the game, bringing out Season 2 of Promising Moonlight. And he's sure off the air one way or another. And that, my friend, is where you come in. Already? That's strange. Tell me about it. He should have been in the hospital for at least 3 months and in physical therapy for a lot longer. It only took him a week to get out. Couldn't fucking believe it. That kind of medical care costs top dollar. He's got a lot of money, but not that much. Recovery time like that means one of two things is going on. Neville could have found himself a silent partner, someone willing to pay top dollar for cutting edge care. I don't think it's likely, but it could have happened. If it ain't that, the smart money says that he's been skimming off the top of Yellow Spring's earnings and not reporting it to other shareholders. You want me to look into that? I need to go find something to blackmail Neville with. Find out what he could afford to out of hospital so fast. He works out of his penthouse most days, so search his computer, closet, sock drawer, whatever. There's got to be something incriminating in there. Where's the penthouse? Neville lives in Repulse Bay. It's the real swanky joint on the south end of Hong Kong Island by the bay with the same name. I haven't been able to get anyone to poke in about his apartment because the security's too tight. Lucky for you, Neville's throwing a party on the mezzanine level with all the shops and the restaurant and balcony and such. He's celebrating the second season launch of his show. Everybody's going to be there. Make a real snarl for the building security. I see. You might also want to hit up the party if you can bluff your way in. Anyone close to Neville will be there, and most of them will be 3 sheets by the wind by the time you get there. Some discreet questioning might get you the dirt that I need. Just remember, if you go to the party, don't use your real name. Go with Argyle. Should be safe enough. There's nobody in the biz out there with that name, so nobody will ask any questions about how your work's going. Couldn't you just make a better show? It's not just a better show, it's Penelope Wong too. I get her, I get all her fans too. They'll watch anything she's in. Listen, it's like this. A little blackmail never hurt anybody, alright? Well, except the person that you're blackmailing. It's just how things work in the industry. I don't dislike the guy, but I gotta stay on top of the business. Now, the blackmail material is what I need more than anything, but if you can get Penelope Wong out of her contract, I'll pay you extra. Got it? I want the star power on my side. One last thing, I don't want you starting the scene while you're there. You interrupt his party, make a mess or trash his apartment, and I'm not paying you. We're clear on this? Why? Because it's gosh. I can't have Ma knowing I'm after him. In my business, everybody's got dirty tricks, but if you make them public, you're using them. That's it, my career's dead as Penelope's Republican. The People's Republic of China. Nobody will work for me or with me ever again, so don't embarrass me, hey? I'll be discreet. That's what I like to hear. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. You can get paid, and I'll put the word out that you're a solid hire. Don't sound like you deal with Shadowrunners. Shadowrunners, Moonlight Prancers, who gives a crap? I got money and a job, and I don't care who does it as long as the price is right. What's more, I got a lot of friends around town, and a lot of them run in your circles too. So what, you got a deal? We have a deal. Good woman, that's what I like to hear. When you're done drop Shengeline, I'll come to meet you back here and I'll hand over the money. Sweet. Okay, that is it for Shadowlands 3. So what have we got to do? I can go to Repulse Bay to help Dr. Shem go to get the laser. But first of all, let's get some rest, because I'm hoping it'll trigger another one of those cutscenes. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah! The original name has been sloppily painted over with black paint. Freshly painted characters have been added, recently done in bold brush strokes and read a Kraken. Yes! Yes! The Kraken! I'll be in my bunk. Oh. Okay, I've got a dream. You can't remember what the dream was about, not precisely, but you feel a yearning sensation, your head is throbbing and you heave yourself out of bed. Okay. Oh, but I wanted a cutscene. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. This has been Shadowland Part 3. Which is, I don't even know. So I guess episode 7 will be the next Shadowrun. And I think we shall, I think we'll be doing, might go kidnap someone, might go get a laser, might do some blackmail. I'm sort of holding off on this one for a while, because it's difficult. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Peace.